Welcome back. Time for a quick roundup of what else is making news down south.
Is a joint, united opposition a possibility or a bleak idea? Well, earlier this week, Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao met Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar in Patna, where he gave a clarion call and asked all opposition leaders to unite and fight against the Modi government. Now, we've been hearing this time and again. Question is, when is he taking a national plunge, or is he taking it at all? Listen into his political reactions.
8 साल हुए नरेंद्र मोदी जी प्रधानमंत्री बने हुए हैं। हर चीज में, हर सेक्टर में देश का विनाश हो रहा है। जितने भी विपक्षी दल है देश में, सारे एकजुट होकर, ताकत जुटाकर, शक्ति जुटाकर बीजेपी मुक्त भारत का नारा देना चाहिए।
कह रहे हैं कि सबको, अपोजिशन को यूनाइट करने की कोशिश हम लोग करेंगे, तो हम लोगों की राय है, बात है, सबको मिलके करेंगे।
A shocker from Ibrahimpatnam in Telangana, where at least 4 women lost their lives after they took part and underwent surgery in a mass sterilization camp organized by the state government. The family members hit the streets alleging gross medical negligence at the hospital where the surgeries took place. State government has denied foul play and announced a compensation of 5 lakh rupees and 2 BHK house as well as free education to the children and kin of the deceased. In a big boost to Andhra Pradesh government, the central government has issued a grant of 1,000 crores to set up a bulk drug plant in the state, and this comes in the backdrop of Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy's visit to the national capital to meet Prime Minister Modi. As speculation continues over whether there will be a reconciliation between the TDP and the BJP, Andhra BJP in charge Sunil Deodhar has categorically denied an alliance either with the Telugu Desam party or the YSR Congress. This even as BJP's ally in Andhra Pradesh, Janasena chief Pawan Kalyan, is trying very hard to stitch an alliance between Nadu, the BJP and the Janasena party to unitedly fight against Jagan Mohan Reddy in Andhra Pradesh.
Floods hit life in Karnataka. Continuous rainfall was reported across the state, leaving roads, low-lying areas inundated, and a situation of flood was also witnessed. In Bengaluru, torrential rains forced Bengaluru DC to declare holidays to schools for few days. Places like Mahadevpura, Electronic City, Bengaluru-Mysuru highway were also being flooded, leaving a massive traffic jam behind. Savarkar Row is unlikely to end in Karnataka. Udupi municipal body decides to build a Savarkar circle in the heart of the district. The circle is likely to be built near the district court. Now this comes right after the demand of Udupi MLA Raghupati Bhatt. After Karnataka High Court gave a green signal for Ganesha Chaturthi festival celebration at Hubli's Idgah Maidan, Rani Chennamma Gajanan Utsav Mahamandal installed Ganesha idol and celebrated the festival for 3 days. But this particular Hindu organization also faced a flag for including Savarkar's photo on a banner on the first day of the celebration.
Huge relief for Edapadi K. Palanisamy as the division bench of the Madras High Court has ruled in favour of the plea submitted by Palanisamy, challenging the single judge order, which in fact was in favour of O. Pannirselvam. So at the moment, Edapadi's position as the interim general secretary still is valid, and the resolution to sack O. Pannirselvam and his loyalists also remain valid as per the latest order. Sources from the OPS camp say that they will be challenging this order in the higher court. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has assured action based on the recommendations of the Aruna Jagadeesan committee that was set up to probe the Thoothukudi violence that broke out in May 2018, killing more than 13 and injuring over 100. In fact, the report points to the role of 18 police officers who were responsible for the shootout. While the families of those who lost their loved ones continue to demand justice, Tamil Nadu government has assured action, but families hope that justice prevails in this particular case. Tens of thousands of people bought Ganesh idols from shops and brought them to their homes. What happened in Tamil Nadu's Virudhunagar district was a mishap. where 2 of them were electrocuted and 3 sustained minor injuries when a huge Ganesh chariot was brought in contact with an overhead cable. The collector said that this incident was reported at 10:30 p.m. when the chariot was brought back after the Ganesh idol was immersed in a nearby lake.
Onam celebrations are on in full swing in Kerala. In the past 2 years, owing to COVID, the celebrations were mostly muted. But this time, right from the day of Autumn, celebrations are on in full swing. Floral carpets, Tiruvadira, Onam songs, people dressed as Mahabali, all this are the flavor of this season. And everywhere, every nook and corner in this of Kerala, these are the scenes that we are witnessing. Educational institutions, public offices, all are having Onam celebrations and the Sadhya.
Grand Onam competitions and functions are gonna happen, and as usual, like this year I'm gonna take part in Malayali Manga competition. We have lots of competition like Atta Pookalam.
Palpaism and Bolism, one of the best thing about Onam Sadhya. And it had been 2 years we are celebrating with our family, and this was a different experience.
Legend is that former King Mahabali comes to visit his subjects every year during this time. Traditionally, floral carpets are made in front of houses for 10 days from Attam to Tiruvonam to welcome King Mahabali. Several games including tug of war is also played as part of Onam. The streets of the state are decorated with lighting. People dressed as King Mahabali is also a common sight during this time.
Well, that's all we could pack in this edition of Sensational South. We'll be back next week with all the major stories from South India. Thanks for watching.